Hi guys, today we have the E250 with us. It's come back for a bit of work. A few small things that need to be done because they weren't attended to the last time. I didn't have much time. This time I have an extended period, so I'm gonna try to fix whatever I can. At the moment, the powered antenna is not working. So I've checked it before. I saw that this antenna is damaged, so I disconnected it. But I'll show you guys how to fix it and how to get this thing running, how to replace it as well. Nowadays you get a lot of these parts. The rubber was something that used to crack a lot, so you get that, you get a replacement locally. You also get stuff like the motor, which I'm going to put a Chinese one on because I can't find the original, nor can I find the Hyundai Accent ones that fit. The mounting is really simple, so you can play around with that. I've got a few more things to do on it, but I'll show you guys how to get to this motor first and how to basically check if it's okay. So I'll show you first how to open this whole thing up. I would first go by attacking these and then go for this lower one under the headlight, the tail light cover, sorry. And then I just pull this way. So I thought I'd show you guys some of the parts I procured for this car. I've got some, these are the boots for the mirrors. They tend to crack up. Let me see if this is open. It's not, it's sealed. Sorry about the sound effects. But yeah, this is the boot, nice and flexible. I'll have to open up the mirror and swap this out. But usually they're cracked when you get a car this age. So it's great to have these, and I've got this from a guy called Hyper Power. He has his workshop in Bombay and he's been importing this stuff. So it's really cool, that's great. And for all we know, no, it's quite nice. It's got everything, all the clips that you would need, all the holes. So that's done. And we've got something else over here. We've got these boots for the power antennas. So this one is, wait one sec, here we go. This one is the one I got from Hyper Power, while this one is one I got free with an antenna. They almost cost the same amount, the full antenna, powered antenna, and this. While this one has a part number, while this one just doesn't. But I would say this one's more flexible. The one which I got from Hyper Power, the one that cost a lot more, it's got more flexibility. The other thing is the Hyper Power one is textured. So if you notice that, it looks a lot better on the car. So I think for me, I'd actually go for the free one because my car is quite scrappy. But for a nice clean original car like this one, I think this is what suits it better. So I'm going to probably replace it with these when it's needed. And we've also got these powered antennas. So from what I remember, I'll confirm this in a bit. This is for the antenna. This goes to the player. This goes to the positive, wait, yeah, this would go to the positive side of the battery. This would go to your trigger. So when it's powered, the antenna goes up, the green. So this either goes to the back of the player or to your ignition, depending on how you want it. And this would go to the ground of the car. So you ground it, and that's how this whole thing works. I'll show you guys this in a bit. We've also got this. So this is the level switch for the radiator, not the radiator, the coolant bottle. So in order for the coolant level to show, we need this thing to work properly. So I'll be changing this too, and that's pretty much it. So now what we'll be doing, is we'll be taking off this panel. So basically what happens with the antenna is it goes out, but it doesn't come back in. So I'm guessing the cable inside is spoiled. I could fix it. So when you turn on the ignition of the car, the radio turns on, it gets the signal, it pops out. But for it to go back in, you have to make sure that the cable that's inside catches, and that's not working out at the moment. So what I'm gonna have to do is take out this motor and swap it, or just swap the cable. So let's see what works better for this. So now that I've kind of wired this up already, I've wired up the antenna. I'm not sure if I have a clip showing you guys what's wrong with the old motor, but basically what was happening is it was extending, but there's probably some sort of gear that pulls the cable inside, and that gear was worn out. The cable gear, basically it's like a motor with a gear, and this has this basically has, like, you remember Beyblades? So basically something like that, and I believe the grip on the end of that is worn out. So it would extend, but it wouldn't come back in because it would reach that point where it was too far. So this motor wasn't working out. Maybe we can fix it, I'm not sure, but after that what we're gonna have to do is replace it. So I got a replacement. I've got two replacements actually. So in this video I'm gonna show you guys how I changed this one. So what I had to do was I have to wire this up, but in order to wire this up, we have in order to wire this up, we have 3 wires. So this is the ground, this is the live that always has power even when the car is off, and this is the signal. So what happens is when it is powered up and it gets a signal from this from the player, it comes out, so it knows that the radio is on, and when the radio is off, it comes back in. So you could put that to your ignition, but you can't drive the car into a lower area. Maybe you could put a switch if you didn't want it on the radio, if it was just aesthetic. But now over here we have the antenna cable. So we've got one over here and one over here. I've got this one opened up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like inside here, because I'm anyways going to have to mate them. So when you already have a motor in here, the wiring should be easy. You should be able to replace it quite easily. That won't be a problem. But over here we have 2 cores. So basically I have a core on the outside and the inside. So I've got to mate these together, and I have to ground them. I mean, sorry, not ground them, insulate them. So insulate this with the inner one of the other of the car, insulate this with the other. So I'll be doing that now. So I swapped the antennas. I'll turn the car on now and you'll see how it goes in and out. So that's how it works. Basically it gets a signal from the player, and that's why it goes up and down. Now the owner wants to put another one of these, so I've made a template of this hole and I'll be cutting it on the other side.